already just going to start to slowly lift just a little bit, engaging the core. And then as you exhale back, you're going to sit back, bring the right arm up and over, and just slowly twist just a little bit. Great. And then circle back. So we're kind of coming up through the center first, engaging the core, using the thighs, using the legs, and then slowly coming back, this time twisting to the left. And again, you're just allowing the spine to slowly open. We're not trying to make everything too big at the moment. Good, so inhaling up, exhale back, inhale, right arm goes behind. And again, just kind of opening up your idea of each time you twist in any direction, you're allowing for like 1% more twist. Good, inhaling over to the left. Good, and then last time in each direction, inhale, reach. Exhale back. And again, even this time you feel how you can just twist a tiny bit more, just because you're allowing the space, you're warming up. You're feeling your breath coming through you. Great, inhale over to the left. And then exhale back. Cool, we're actually gonna put our hands down. We're gonna just take one step out and one step out. So we're already kind of in an all fours position. You're gonna tuck your left toes and bring the right leg out and then lift it up parallel to the floor for me already. This time we're gonna do a nice curl through the center, and as you do that, you're actually going to bring your knee towards you, and then you're gonna slowly kind of unfold, allowing for your spine to be long and your leg to reach. So often I want your spine to be nice and straight. Today I wanna add that curl just for a nice warm-up feeling. Good, so again, inhaling, curling through the center. But even as you're curling, you're still keeping your hips very much parallel to the floor, meaning you're not sitting into your hip on the left. I want you to imagine that you have a wall to the left side of you, so that even if you wanted to sit to the left, you couldn't. Good, 2 more. And then last time here. Good, see if you can find your balance for a moment. Then I want you to float up your left arm all the way in front of you. Good, take a deep breath here. And then you're gonna bring this left arm slowly underneath the right. Now, it requires a lot of balance. If you feel like it's too much, put the right foot down. Twisting here, and then you're gonna reach again all the way in the length. Good, and if you have put your foot down, then just lift it up again. Let's do it that way, I think it's more supportive. So you're gonna put the right foot down, inhaling here, twisting underneath just a little bit. Good, and then as you kind of unfold long with the left arm, you're gonna float the right leg up. Great, so you have the connection point on the inhale as you twist. The right arm isn't really bending much, just a little bit. Exhale, reach the left arm out, float up the right leg. Good, 2 more. Right foot down, left arm underneath. Feeling how you can twist a little bit more. Great, unfolding, left arm goes long, right leg reaches. Oy, legs and arms today. Last time here, right leg down. And again, you're slowly twisting from the waist, keeping your hips parallel, unfolding here, and then floating that right leg up, holding it there for 5, 4, 3, keep lifting from the belly for 2, and 1. Good, everything comes down, take a deep breath, untuck your toes, and then just shift your weight back for a moment. Cool, let's go over to the other side. So tucking the right toes this time, elbows back, left leg nice and long. And here we go. So you're gonna curl through the center as your left knee comes in. I don't want you to think about using your neck though. I want you just to think about your neck is attached to your back. And you're basically curling, and that's what brings the neck in a little bit. But I don't want you to like look towards your knee. I definitely don't want that to be the sensation. It's really just like a following through the middle. And almost like your gaze can go from the front of your mat, and then you kind of just stop looking down. Great. 3 more. And again, wrapping those elbows back for 2. Feeling how the spine elongates for 1. Good, staying here for a moment. Again, trying to get a little bit more space, push away a little bit more from the floor, reaching out the right arm. Good, then you're gonna tuck the left toes, put the left foot on the floor, bring the right arm underneath the left, and you're just reaching a bit. And as you unfold, you stretch out the right arm and then float up the left leg to hold. Great, so you have that connection point, twisting underneath, slight bend in the left elbow, not too much. Unfold and float. Good, we've got 4 more. And again, seeing how you can find a bit more groundedness through below as you kind of allow for that twist and reach. Good, 2 more. Last time here. Good, holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Right hand down, left toes left and right toes untucked, and just finding your reach all the way back. Alrighty, we've got like one more thing to do here on our arms. So you're gonna come back into your nice extended position here with your arms. I want you to reach out the left leg and then reach out your right, holding here for a plank, rolling the shoulders back, keeping the belly lifted for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, you're gonna put the knees down for a moment, and you're gonna bring your feet together over to the left side so that your upper body is still downward facing. Good, from here you're gonna bring your elbows back just a little bit and then push on up. So basically your knees are staying in the center, your feet are to the left, you're twisted through the belly. Inhale, elbows back. Exhale, push up. Remember, these are small little push-ups. I just want you to feel how the elbows come back and your core can still be very active as you push away. 2 more. Last time here. Good, I want you to come down halfway and just hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Super, push on up and then back to the center. Take a deep breath and sit back for a moment. So again, it's a kind of like allowing that twist to happen through the spine and the belly and still stabilizing through the middle. Cool, opening up here, tucking left toes and right toes, lifting up, holding for your plank, opening up your chest, trying to squeeze those shoulder blades together. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, knees come down, bring your feet together, lift them up, and then bring the feet only to the right. Cool, your upper body still stays downward facing, elbows are back. Small mini push-ups. Again, seeing how far you can go, and I'm talking about small. It's like a dip, it's not even about halfway. I want you to just feel the continual openness through the shoulders. And again, you're still using your core to lower and lift. Last time here. Good, and then you find your maximum point of hold and you stay here for 5. Keep rotating the elbows back. 4, keep breathing. 3, 2, and 1. Super, push on up and then shift your weight all the way back. Awesome. So we're gonna float towards the front edge of our mat and we are gonna give our shoulders a break. Okay, so let's have our feet nice and planted here, extending the fingertips all the way long. And you're gonna slowly again curl down 1 vertebrae at a time. This time we're coming all the way to the tips of our shoulder blades. So you feel how your space gets bigger and longer and longer and longer. You hold. Good, then you take another inhale. You're gonna exhale, slowly come back up. So if you feel like you need to walk yourself, do it. Today I really want us to focus on super slow rolling down, just to show yourself how much you can do now. Isn't that great? I love it. Inhale here, still looking at your belly. And then exhale again, just slowly coming up. Wow, that's so great. Good, we're gonna do 2 more like this. So you inhale, prepare. And then exhale again, use the breath to just like melt. It's like you're slowly melting into the mat. Great, inhale here. And then exhale again, slowly lifting. Almost like you're just flowing through water. And then melting down 1 vertebrae at a time. Okay, last time, inhale here. And then exhale, slowly come on up on 3, 2, and 1. Super. We're going to come down to the tips of our shoulder blades again. One hand is going to be on top, of the other, behind your head, and you're floating that right leg in for me, and then actually you're going to lengthen out the left leg just a bit and give it a flex. Great. You're going to reach out with the right leg for me here, and then as you come back, I want you to bring the right knee in and bring the left knee in, and then re-tap it down. So you're stretching out the right leg. As you come back with the right, you're going to lift up the leg on the left. So we're kind of keeping it separately at the moment. Inhale the right one out and in, and then exhale the left in and down. Good. 2 more just like this before we combine it. Cool. And the last time, again, reaching all the way through the toes, and then feeling how the back is still melted. All right, so let's see if we can combine this, meaning the right leg goes out, the left knee comes in, and then you're gonna re-tap and switch. So you feel now the real opposition of moving in different directions simultaneously, reaching out with the right, flexing, lowering with the left. We've got 5 and 4. And again, continually melting down with the middle and lower back, with the upper back lifted all the way off the floor. Good. 2 more. Last time here. Cool. I want you to keep this foot in a tabletop, meaning the right leg. I want you to stretch the left leg above the floor. You're not touching the floor with the left leg. You're going to bring the left knee in and push it out. Left leg stays hovered. Of course, if you need to put it down on the floor, you can, but I want you to focus on stretching it out above the floor. Push away. Good. 2 more. And last one here. And then you're going to lift up and lower the left leg just a little bit for 5 and 4. Slowly pulsing. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Both knees come into the center. Slowly put your feet down on the floor. Release your hands. Walk up. Say hi to your knees. And then lower down on 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Okay. Let's circle the arms around again. Head, neck, and shoulders follow, and we reach and lift for the other side. So one hand on top of each other behind your head, floating up the left knee to a tabletop, taking 1 step away with the right, and then digging your heel in. Good. So just so you have a little bit more space of movement. So you're stretching out the left leg now, and as you come back, you squeeze. Good. Then you float up the right knee, and then push it down. Good. 4 more just like this. So again, just sensing the difference between your right leg extension and that kind of resistance up in that bent position on the right, and how that feels in comparison to the other. And again, can you continually expand for a little bit more breath? Can you keep the hips parallel to the floor? And can you feel how your back is not really going anywhere, right? You have that control of the core muscles and your breath to focus on not lifting your back off the floor. Good. 1 last time here. And then exhale out. All right, so now we're going to combine this. So you're stretching the left leg out as the right knee comes in, and then you tap down. Great. Inhaling, reach. Exhale back. Good. 3 and 2. Again, it doesn't have to be so many, but I want them to be intentional. And 1. Good. You keep the left knee there. You're going to stretch out the right leg along the floor. Here we go. Your right knee comes in and you push it back out, hovering. And again, if you need to put the right foot down on the floor, you may do so. If you also feel like you need to put the left foot on the floor, you can do so as well. Give it a try. We got 2 more. Last time here. And then holding here, and then slowly lift and lower the right leg for 5. 4, great. 3, happy smiles, flexing out through the right for 2. Inhaling all the way up. And then last time. Super. Both come back to the center slowly. Put the feet on the floor. Let's release the hands. Walk up. Say hi to your knees. And then lower down for me on 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. That was great. All right. So what we're going to do, you're going to float in this position with your knees over to the right. And your head is going to rest on your right hand. So I tried to make that graceful, but you might have to adjust a little bit. So your head is rested on your right arm, and your left arm is going to be all the way up here. And then you're going to stretch out the left leg in front of you. So basically, your knees are stacked. You're lifting the left leg a little bit, and then just reaching the left leg in front of you. Good. The left arm is all the way up, and then you're flexing this left foot. Super. You're going to inhale, kick this left foot a little bit closer to you, and then you're going to exhale, slowly swing it back. Now what happens here is your chest stays where it is, your side opens, but I don't want your hips to go back. So if you feel like you're going too far, then make it a little bit smaller. Good, so you're gonna inhale, kick, kick. Exhale, swing it back. Now you should start to notice already how your left side, or at least I feel it, how this left side starts to get very warm, just to kind of hold the body in its shape. Great, inhale and kick, kick. Exhale, push. Cool, 2 more. And then last time here. Cool. Reaching that left foot in front. Now you're going to point the toes for me for a moment. And then you're going to reach up the left leg towards the ceiling, wherever your ceiling point is, okay? You're going to lower the left leg parallel to your hip as your left arm goes down. And then you're going to flex the foot and lift it up. Now remember, your range of motion may be very different than mine, and that's totally fine. I still want your hips, relatively stacked. Your left hip is going to be a little bit behind the right. It's okay, but not too far. So at the moment, if you look at your knee, it's probably more like a diagonal position. And then we're going to change it. But again, even if we're moving our legs, I still want you to focus on how much of your core is being used here to really just slowly stabilize. Good, last time here. Cool, now you're gonna bring your hip a little bit more so that they're really stacked, and your left knee should be forward facing, okay? So again, we're gonna reach on up, and just to feel the difference of what your body needs to do when when your legs are facing different directions, where you'll notice, hey, I have less range of motion here. I have less support here or more support here, right? Just kind of like asking the questions. Good, 3 more. And again, continually reaching all the way out through your shoulders so that you're not creating less space between your shoulders and your ears, but continually creating more. I wanted to say mehr Platz schaffen. Good. And then lifting all the way up. Fantastic. Take a deep breath. And then slowly bend the knee as you come all the way back towards the center on 3, 2, and 1. Cool. Let's come through the center and just wiggle over to the other side. All right, so remember, we're starting here with our hips nice and stacked. So again, if you really look, you'll notice that your right hip isn't further back. You have this nice line position between the right hip bone and the left hip bone. Cool. And then you just stretch out the bottom part of the right leg. Cool. And you're gonna reach the arm all the way up. So you're gonna inhale, flex that right foot, and we're gonna kick forward, and then exhale, swing it back. And again, if you feel like, you know what, you actually need to put your hand down on the floor on this side, by all means do it. I'm just having our arm in a different position just for a bit of a challenge of control. And see how this size feels in comparison to the other. Do you feel like you have more openness? Do you have less? And again, this bottom left hand, don't just kind of forget about it, right? Everything is very active all the time. Doesn't mean like you're adding tension. I just want you to be aware of as many body parts at this moment as you can. 2 more. Last time here. Good, so now you're gonna rotate that right leg just a little bit. You're gonna point the toes, and then you're gonna bring that right leg all the way up to meet the left. So remember, your right hip is slightly behind the left. So you're slowly lowering down, and then exhale, lifting. And again, thinking about the space needs a little bit of extra resistance. So you kind of have to really work to push it up and also really work to push it down. Good, 3 more. And again, just that whole concept of how long can you make yourself. If you feel like, wow, you know what, as I'm moving, I'm actually getting longer, you can create more space. Just wiggle your arm out and walk your body long. Good, the last time here. Cool, so I want you to bring your hip on top of the other one completely. You're rotating your knee forward facing again. And here we go, we're just gonna lift. And again, just see if this feels different or the same. If you want to flex your foot, you can do that as well. You can also alternate. Remember, these small details, I like there to be a change, but it's kind of up to you. If you feel like you want to point, point. If you want to flex, flex. If you want to change it up, do it. Good, 2 more. And then last time here. Excellent. Come all the way back to the center, take a deep breath. Cool, and then we're gonna flip over one more time here onto the belly. Not one more time, for the first time, excuse me. I meant we're gonna flip again to another position. Okay, so we're gonna have the arms nice and long in front of you, and this time I want your legs completely out from your hips. So you're not opening, you're just directly out. You're looking down at the floor so that your neck is not holding on to tension at all. You're taking another inhale here. And then you're going to use your hands to just slowly push yourself away from the floor. If you feel like you want to take one step in to get a little bit more reach, by all means do so. But again, there's just a little bit of pressure into the hands to help for the reach. Good, inhaling, holding here. Exhaling, engaging the core. I want you to lift up the right leg just a bit and then push it down. Good, inhale, expanding the core, pushing up a tiny bit more with the upper body, and then exhale, lift the left leg and put it on down. Good, inhale again. Push up a tiny bit more as you float up the right arm and then push it down. Good, inhale, expand the rib cage, push up a tiny bit more if you can. And then exhale, float up the left arm and push it down. Good, take another deep breath. And then slowly walk the right arm long, the left arm long, and just melt the upper body a little bit further down towards the floor on 3, 2, and 1. Good, inhale, expand the rib cage. Exhale, just lift the head, neck, and shoulders. And take one little walk in with the left hand, one little walk in with the right. And again, push yourself a little bit more. Good, inhaling to prepare. Exhale, lift up the left leg and hold. Good, take another inhale. And then exhale, float it back down. Great, on to the other side. So remember, we're trying to be mindful of the lower back. So if you feel like your lower back is starting to speak to you, then I need you to make it a little bit less. Or again, see if you can lift the core a little bit more. Good, inhale to prepare. Exhale, float that left arm up. And then come right back down. Good, inhale again. And then exhale, float the right arm up. Good, take another breath. And then slowly push yourself a tiny bit more upwards, holding here, and then melting yourself down on 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. You're going to bring both hands behind your head, behind your back for me, and you're going to put the left face cheek down on the floor. So basically, it looks like your hands are stacked. If you want, you can kind of interlace your thumbs, and I want you to bring your feet together so you have only one foot. Right? Essentially, you've got one leg. So you bring your heels towards your bum. 3, 2, 1. And as you stretch up, you're going to lift your head, neck, and shoulders, bringing your head forward facing and then reaching behind you. You'll feel that the shoulders melt down your back. Your belly is nice and lifted. And we prepared ourselves before for this feeling. Your arms are just going in a slightly different direction. Good. Take another inhale. And then exhale, slowly melt yourself down, right face cheek on the floor. Good, inhale here, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, extend, keeping your hands together, reaching, reaching, reaching. Seeing if you can get your hands away from your bum, just so that you're reaching a little bit longer. Good, inhale here, and then exhale, slowly lower down. Other face cheek, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. And then exhale, lift. Good, floating your arms. Keeping the belly lifted. Last time here, lowering on the right face cheek side. 3, 2, 1, and exhale, lengthen all the way up. Good, floating those legs, floating those arms, holding here. And then slowly returning down to the left face cheek. Great, unfold your legs, bring your hands by your side, and then shift your weight back. Allowing for the back to wiggle and create a little bit more space. Awesome. Let's come again onto our backs. I know we keep changing directions, but this is my mode at the moment. Changing all the time. All right, so we're gonna have our feet into a M shape, and your arms are gonna be out at a T. And we're gonna work a little bit more with that twist feeling. So I want you to float up your knees to a nice tabletop position. And then you're gonna bring your knees over towards the left as your head, neck, and shoulders still stay on the floor. Now, I don't want you to twist all the way down. I want you to feel that you're at a diagonal where your left hip is a little bit off the floor. You're holding the shape, but you don't feel it in your back. If you feel it in your back, you have to come back a little bit more, okay? So you're allowing for the upper body to really, like shoulders are completely melted here. You see that there's like a diagonal shape, like your feet are pointing downwards. You're gonna stay in that direction, and you're gonna slowly lower down your feet towards the floor, starting to feel this right side pretty quickly. Then you're gonna exhale, come on back. So you're inhaling, unfolding, but still engaging the core, making sure this isn't in your back. And then slowly coming on back. Great. Inhale, unfolding. Exhale, lengthen, come back towards the center. So again, you really can sense how your body is moving at a diagonal. You may feel your left hip a little bit more on the floor than before. And again, you can still continually press with your hands into the floor so that the backs of your arms get lifted as well. And it just gives you a little bit more activation through the arms, a little bit less support through the arms, and kind of allows you to focus a bit more on that core area, or the side area, excuse me. Good, 2 more. And then last time here. Cool, now we're gonna stay here and just hang out for a moment. Awesome, you're gonna open up both knees for me like you're clamming something here, and then you're gonna stretch out the right leg only. So I want you to open up both knees, and you're at that low diagonal, stretch up the right. Good, 3 more only. Great, and 2. Last time here. Super, all the way back to the center, take a deep breath, and then hug your knees into your chest. So again, I think that the trick to this move is to really just find that diagonal where you feel like it's not going into your back, you're supporting yourself, and you can still get enough activation through the belly. Cool, so again, the knees are going towards the right this time, your left hip comes a little bit off the floor, but again, you're not all the way down, you have a nice diagonal shape. And when you feel like that side stretch a little bit, I feel like that's your sweet spot. And then from here, you slowly lower down towards the floor, engage the core, and come right back to the middle. And again, pushing your palms into the floor so that the backs of your arms are away from the floor. Continually feeling how your hips are not holding on to tension here. And your hips are actually staying in the same shape the whole time. All you're doing is bringing those knees in at the diagonal and then extending just a bit so that your toes reach towards the floor even if they're not touching them. Great. 2 more like this. Inhaling, squeezing all the way in, trying to activate all of those deep layers of your core. Exhale, unfolding, but still keeping that control. Good, last time here. Cool, and then you're hanging out again at that nice low position. And you're opening your knees just a bit. And then you're stretching out the left leg. Again, focus on what's happening with your neck and your shoulders here. Good, 3 more moves. So inhale, open and squeeze. Exhale, engage the core, stretch out the left. Good, and 2. Cool, last time, 1. Excellent, slowly come all the way back towards the center, take a deep breath. And then again, hug those knees into your chest. Alrighty, put the soles of your feet down on the floor for me, reaching up the arms, circling them around, head, neck, and shoulders come up, and we're gonna lengthen out one more time here. Good, one hand goes on top of each other, opening nice and wide. And you're gonna do a little bit of a lift. So again, I really want you to be mindful that the back stays on the floor here. You're gonna reach out the right leg towards the floor, and then you're gonna switch. So if you feel like, no way, this is way too much for my back, then you can just bring the legs up a little higher. So basically, the lower you go to the floor at this moment, the more control you need from the belly. Great, we've got 3, 2, and 1. Excellent, feet come back to the center. Slowly put your feet down, and from here, you're gonna release your hands, and then slowly come on up on 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Good. We're going to come into a position where the elbows are back, your fingertips are forward facing, and you're reaching all the way here. Good. You're going to hinge back a little bit so that your elbows are nice and backward facing, the triceps are active, and then you're going to push back up for me here, lift up and stretch up the left leg. Let's try that again. So your hips come down. You hinge back a little bit, elbows go back, engage the core, push up a little bit, still keeping the elbows bent, push on up and stretch up the right leg as the arms get long. Good. 1 more time in each direction in this slow and steady pace. So you can kind of just feel what your body is doing. And then you can decide how you want to move forward. Bum comes down. So you lengthen back, shoulders down, elbows back, push on up, engage the core, and reach up the right. Cool. So now I'm going to give you the option to kind of keep your hips lifted if you want, and you're just going to reach on up. So you can basically keep your hips lifted, elbows go back, or you can put your bum down. Really your call. Where you're at right now. Lowering and lifting. Great. And lifting. Good. 1 more time on each side. So just feeling how the arms are more supporting you than perhaps before, and all the way out. Good, holding here for 3, 2, 1, slowly put the bum down, a little bit further back, and then reach out your legs. Okay, so let's do a little bit more twisting here. Today's a twisty day, there's lots of twisting happening. So if you feel like, no way, this is too much, you can always bend your knees. Remember, I don't want the hip flexors to be tight, I want your spine to be long, so adjust where you need to. Cool. Bringing this right arm again towards you, kind of hugging yourself for a moment, and then stretching out the right arm all the way out to a nice long position. Good, coming back to the center and then unfolding back to the middle. Cool, this time you're gonna twist to the right, and you're gonna roll down just a little bit, flexing through the feet, rolling, 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 rolling. When your shoulders hit the floor, you're engaging again, and then rolling all the way back up. 3, 2, and 1, twisting back to the center. Good, let's do that again, staying on the right side. So first you come in with the elbow, and you allow for the reach. It's like a hold versus a controlled curl. Good, twisting towards the right on the inhale, and then exhale, engage as you slowly lower down. 3, 2, 1, and then unfolding, rolling right back up, and then back to the middle. Good, 1 more time only. So inhaling, twisting, extending out. Exhale, rebend, and reach. Good, opening off to the right, and then slowly melting down on 3, 2, And one, tapping your shoulders, exhaling, coming up all the way. Great, twisting back to the middle, left side, here we go. Inhaling, left elbow comes back, reaching with the right arm, extending that left. And again, making this as slow as you can to feel how the entire body has to work together. You're twisting towards the left on the inhale, you engage the core, you slowly lower down, completely in control on that left side, flexing up through your feet, engage again as you exhale, and come back up. And twist back towards the middle. Good. Inhale, left elbow back, stretching all the way out. Exhaling, extend. Inhale, twisting to the left, rolling down on 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, engage, come right back up. Cool, last time here. Inhaling, gently lengthening here. And I say gently just in a way of like not moving fast. Really listening to your body to say, hey, where are my limits right now? I know that I'm supporting myself, but I don't need to overdo it either, right? There's one thing about adding strength, which we always do, but just still working within your own boundaries. Great. Palms are going to come down, sit up a little bit taller, belly comes back, and then you curl forward for me. 3, 2, and 1, and then slowly restack. Cool. We're going to end with some power because we still have like 3 more minutes. I like ending with power sometimes. All right, so let's try this. I think we might have done it before, but we're going to try it anyway. So you're going to extend the left leg out a little bit wider and the right leg out a little bit wider. Good, you're in your nice plank position. You're going to slowly lift up through the middle. And then as you come down, I want you to bring your left knee towards the right elbow. And then you're going to come on back. So you can go to the elbow or the wrist actually. Now the right knee is going to go basically just to the left side. So you can come down as far as you can. So let's use it that way. The left now is going to come almost down to the right wrist. I think that's a little better. Good. And then all the way, the right knee towards the left wrist. Now I want us to aim a little bit higher. Now I want the left knee towards the right elbow. So that you're just allowing for a different direction and a different goal. Right knee, left elbow. Good, 1 more on each side. Cool, last time here, inhaling. And then right knee to your left elbow. And then all the way back. Good, coming into your plank, holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, bringing your your heels over to the left, staying here for a moment, and then back to the center. Then rotating your your heels to the right, your knees to the left, and coming on back. Good, and then you bring your left knee into the middle, and then your right. And again, we're keeping the spine straight here. Good, 2 more in each direction. Last time here. Great, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Super, knees come down, and then shift your weight all the way back. Not too crazy, just a little bit of intensity. All right, and then we're gonna drag our hands all the way back to the center here. Cool, let's flip ourselves around for our rolling like a ball. So remember, you only roll to the tips of your shoulder blades, making sure that you have that control. Your knees come into a tabletop position. You open up the knees, flex your feet, hands in a prayer position, dive through and wrap around. And then again, open up the chest, belly comes back. Good, 3, 2, 1, rolling back. 3, 2, 1, finding your balance. 3, 2, 1, rolling back again, massaging the spine and feeling how you can control roll. Great, last time here. Great, I want you to unfold your hands, knees come together, and I want you to bring your hands underneath your knees. And then I want you to lean back a little bit as you stretch up your legs to wherever you can. So you feel like there's like a V position here. Good, and just hold here, feeling If you can come back a little bit more, do you feel wobbly or not? We've got 3, 2, and 1. Putting the feet down, hands by your side, shift your weight forward, and then hang nice and long, bending one leg and then the other. And just letting it all go. And again, here saying yes to everything that fits your vision of what you want your life to be, and saying no to everything else. And then one smiley inhale, and exhale, slowly roll on up on 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.